What's it like to be so close to the grand final, so close to sort of getting your guys to that title again?
Yeah, look, we haven't really thought about the grand final just yet. We've got a big challenge ahead of us, big 2 games. So, yeah, look, we've done well to get to this point. Credit to the staff, the club, and obviously the players as well. Worked hard throughout the whole year. We're consistent, and I think we're in a position that we deserve to be in.
When you guys had the week off, and no secret of how banged up you've been over the course of the season, did that come at a good time?
Yes and no. Obviously, I think our football has been really good leading up to the back end of the season, and you want to obviously not have that break, but also at the same time, with the amount of injuries, and obviously the boys with Knox and Niggles gave them a good time to recover and get ready for Friday night.
You came back last year, as obviously you had the heartbreak of the elimination final against Melbourne Victory, but now these are the types of games you came back for to lead Melbourne City in hunt of trophies.
Yeah, obviously I wasn't here for the one last year, but I watched on TV, and obviously I felt for the boys. Obviously it's a tough way to go out, and look, obviously there's always expectations at Melbourne City from the history and what they've done in the past. So, yeah, look, coming back, I've always said it before, it'd be a dream for me to obviously win something with this club, but it's going to take a lot of hard work, and it's just got to be step by step, and the first step is Western United.
Were you in Saudi watching that game still with Al Nassr, or were you back home? Okay.
No,
How hard was it to be in Riyadh? In Riyadh, watching that game on the couch and not take part?
Yeah, it's hard because you have no control, and you see everything kind of planning out and happening, and obviously I'm so close with the group of players before I left. So, yeah, like I said, I really felt for them the way they went out, but obviously it was a gutsy effort, and yeah, we spoke about that this year, and we wanted to put that right and put ourselves in the same position come the end of the season, and we have.
Aziz, you can be a pretty fiery character on field. You don't take a backward step. Derby final, how much does that get you up and going?
Yeah, look, like I said, I don't want to think that far ahead, but obviously I think just for football in Australia, in Melbourne especially, would be great. Obviously pack out Amy Park. The derbies are always a game you want to be a part of as a footballer. Just obviously what's on the line, and like I said, the crowd is amazing every time it's a derby. But like I said, can't look that far ahead. Western are going to be a tough opposition for us. They're there for a reason, because they've had a really good year as well. So we've got to just like I said, that's our first step.
Approaching a 2-legged game like this, how do you approach it? Do you approach it as 2 separate games, or are you almost playing 4 quarters in a tie like this?
No, I think we just got to take it game by game, just focus on ourselves, but at the same time we're not going to change the way we play. We haven't done that all year, and it's not going to happen now. We want to win both games. That's the mentality we have, and we've had all year, and that's what's got us to the position we're in.
The league's got a fair bit younger in the last couple of years. What's it like going, particularly it's a team like Western that has Brodich and some of these young dudes who just want to attack and really go at guys like yourself and the other defenders?
Yeah, look, it's been great, I think, for the league. You've seen a lot of young boys getting opportunities, and you see in our team as well throughout the year. I think if you ask all of those boys that have had the opportunity, if they would have got the minutes they got, they probably would have said no to you at the start of the season, and they've come in and done a great job for us till now, and they'll still get opportunities in these few games as well. So, yeah, look, it's great for the league, and just at the end of the day, whether it's a young player or an old player, it's an opposition player. So you've got to respect who's on the pitch, but at the same time, just focus on us as a team and as an individual.
Just going back to having the week off, I know you touched on it before, you mentioned it can sort of be good and bad in a way. Is the start of the game really crucial, the fact that they've continued playing, for them not to get the jump? Like, is the first 15 or 20 minutes even extra crucial given you've had that short break?
But I think that's every game. I think we've done that really well, especially at Amy Park at home. We've always come out the gates. That's a big part of our game, and we want to dominate games, and you have to do that from the beginning. So nothing's going to change this week. That's our mentality. But look, finals football is always different. You don't know what to expect. I think a lot of players from both teams are probably playing their first final series, so nerves will creep in. But I think once the game settles down, it will be a great, entertaining match.
Obviously, trophy's something you're after, but you're also leading into Socceroos. How good is it to have such sort of fierce, competitive matches before you're going to go away for some of the biggest of your career?
Yeah, look, hopefully selected. Yeah, look, obviously you want to keep playing competitive games up until the last minute of national team. You know, I've always said, you know, if you're consistently playing at your club, you put yourself in a good position to get selected, and if you are selected, you're in great shape to put your hand up and perform. So yeah, look, it's great that we're in the semi. Obviously, the goal is to get to the final day of the season. But yeah, look, we've got massive 2 games coming up with the Socceroos. We know what's on the line over there. So yeah, look, it would be great to be a part of the 3rd team that I'll be a part of to qualify for a World Cup.
Do you know what the next month looks like for you? Like, whenever your season ends, you hope after a grand final that you're straight off to Abu Dhabi for that training camp?
No, I think if we were there on the last day, I think we'll be straight to Perth. I think it's only about 4 or 5 days in between the grand final and the first game. So yeah, look, that's the ideal scenario at the moment.
So just make it an exciting month for you then. Like there's so much possibility. You could get trophy, obviously Socceroos, potential World Cup qualifiers. It must be like pinch yourself sort of moment.
Yeah, definitely. It could be a great month. Regardless, it'll be a great month. You know, obviously, you know, we're playing finals football. That was our goal this year. And obviously, if I was to get selected, that's obviously another honour again to have the opportunity to pull the green and gold on again. So yeah, look, but you know, I don't like looking too far ahead. We just got to focus on Friday night. That's our final at the moment, and then we take it from there.
During your time at Al Nassr getting brought in for the ACL, you would have seen how hostile an environment the Saudi fans can make. Just could you describe what the Socceroos might be walking into in that last game in Jeddah?
Yeah, look, we've been there before in a full stadium in Jeddah, and look, it's a great atmosphere. You know, as a footballer, whether you're at home or away, you want a full stadium, whether it's hostile or not. You know, we've been to crazy places with the Socceroos. You know, Honduras is the one that sticks out to me all the time. You know, it's why we play football. It's what makes you get up every morning. You know, you want to be a part of those games. So, yeah, look, it's exciting times for us, but the main goal is, you know, hopefully we can get that job done in Perth.
I'm sure those Saudi and Honduran fans aren't worse than full stadium at Victory fans.
Oh, look, you know, I think I've seen the worst in Turkey. So, you know, I think in Australia we're pretty nice.
Just also guys like Tills, Lecky, obviously Kai over here, all guys that are pushing, I imagine. How exciting is it, one, for them to be a part of this trophy push, but 2, to know that there's those Socceroos berths still potentially open. It's pretty competitive to get in there. Yeah,
definitely. You know, Tills has obviously hit his straps really well since he's come back from injury, which is a massive plus for us, and he's hit it at the right time, so hopefully he can continue that. He's been working hard. Obviously Kai's had a great season with us. You know, he's come in and blended straight in the way we want to play with the group in the change room, and he's a great kid and wants to learn every day. And you know, he got his reward getting called up in the last game, which I was so happy for him because he deserved it, and he's been working hard ever since. You know, he's got the taste of being called up, so it's motivated him. And obviously Lex, we know what Lex brings to the table, and obviously he's had a rough year, but you know, seeing him come onto the park a few weeks ago, you know, put a smile on everyone's face at the club and his face as well. So yeah, look, he's looking good, you know, and he's excited as well for Friday night.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.